As Ken Roczen and Honda HRC announced they would not be continuing together for 2023 as part of a contract dispute, an open 450 seat was left available at Honda for Monster Energy Supercross. Tuesday morning, that second seat was filled as 2021 250SX East champion Colt Nichols was confirmed to be joining Honda HRC in the 450 class for 2023. Nichols will join recently crowned Motocross of Nations champion Chase Sexton as the two-rider pairing for Honda in Supercross. Colt Nichols had a year he'd rather forget in 2022 after he broke both of his arms in the first heat race of the year. Nichols was in his final season of eligibility in the 250SX class, having won the championship on the East Coast the year prior, so the unfortunate trip over the bars at Anaheim was also the end of Nichols' 250 Supercross career. He was able to get back on the motorcycle prior to the Pro Motocross Championship, but he never did make it back to the starting gate in 2022. He eventually announced in mid-July his departure from Monster Energy Yamaha Star Racing as he prepared to move to the 450 class full-time. Nichols had spent 6 years with Star and delivered them a championship in 2021 after battling injuries in years prior. Nichols was initially tied to the alleged reformation of the Rocky Mountain ATV MC KTM program, but the rumors came in that team would not come together for 2023, which left Nichols without a ride. From there, Nichols would remain a free agent until the announcement in September that he would be joining Rick Ware Racing for the inaugural FIM World Supercross Championship in October. Then that suddenly changed just last week when Nichols withdrew from racing for RWR before the first round of WSX. As it turns out, Nichols was also at the Honda test track last week, and as we've learned from the Roczen situation, American Honda does not support athletes in WSX. It appears that for Nichols to take the Honda seat, he would have to forego his WSX plans, which has now been confirmed with his signing today. American Honda all along was only looking for a rider to compete on a 450 for them in Supercross alongside Chase Sexton. The reason being is that two-time 250 class Pro Motocross champion and current 250SX East champion Jet Lawrence will be moving up to the 450 class alongside Chase Sexton for Pro Motocross in 2023. Their 250 program will consist of Hunter Lawrence and Jet Lawrence for Supercross before Jet moves up to the 450 class for Motocross, and Hunter will likely be joined by reigning Supercross Futures champion Chance Hymas for his rookie season of Pro Motocross after that. As such, Honda did only need someone for Supercross all along, which was the deal that Ken Roczen was offered. Nichols is now signed with Honda HRC just for Supercross at this point, but the possibility does of course exist that he continues with the team for Pro Motocross if he is needed. The possibility of Roczen and Honda mending fences before Monster Energy Supercross was at least still a small chance, but that is now off the table. Roczen just finished second in the first round of the two-round WSX series over the weekend in Cardiff, and is in a good spot heading into the final round to fight for the championship. He will be taking a slight detour between Cardiff and the final round in Australia, though, to race the Red Bull Straight Rhythm this weekend, and rather interestingly, it appears he will be doing so on a Yamaha built by Mitch Payton. Roczen's options for 2023 still remain rather open-ended for now. He has said he wishes to race both Supercross and Motocross in the USA next year, but the available spots are limited. Roczen is also strongly tied to Red Bull, which of course limits his options of joining factory programs supported by Monster or Rockstar. At the moment, Red Bull KTM already has 3 450 riders, and Troy Lee Designs Red Bull Gas appears to be sticking with only Justin Barcia on a 450 next year. Monster Energy Kawasaki has 2 riders, Monster Energy Yamaha Star Racing has 2 riders, and Rockstar Energy Husqvarna has 2 riders as well, but all 3 teams do represent the energy drink conundrum. The remaining factory-supported program then is Twisted Tea HEP Suzuki, who also just brought in Larry Brooks as team manager. Time will tell what happens with Roczen, but it will likely come to light after World Supercross ends in late October. For now, Nichols will join Chase Sexton as American Honda begins gearing up for 2023. That's all for this edition of RacerX Rapid News presented by Fly Racing. Be sure to visit racerxonline.com for all your motocross and supercross news.